The IMD released their monsoon forecast for the week on yesterday, Wednesday, and I thought I'd give you a quick update on how the monsoon has progressed, the outlook for the monsoon, and how the sowing season has progressed. Well, as you know, the monsoon started in June, and it was a bad month in the month of June. It was a 35% deficit in the month of June. But June only accounts for about 19% of the total season's monsoons. July saw a tremendous improvement, right? And we had good scattered rainfall in many places apart from the monsoon. And also we had a dipole forming from the Gulf area in the Indian Ocean, which prevented the negative winds from coming through. So as a result of it, July saw a 1% surplus for the month of July versus the same period last year. So then August has started off about a week now. It started off okay. So if you now look at it, the current progress on a year to date, that is from June to now, is that the monsoon is about 12% deficient because of the 35% deficiency in the month of June, right? What is the IMD expecting from the second half, August, September? Because July to September is the first period of the monsoon. So in the second half, they're expecting about 94% of the long period average. So it's going to be a below normal monsoon as things stand. But as you can see, it's not as bad as was earlier expected from the June impact, right? And for the next second half, again, they are expecting a positive Indian Ocean dipole, it's called IOD, right, to form in late September, which should cushion the rainfall drop, right? But overall, despite July's temporary recovery on all India basis, significant spatial deficits are present. So as things stand, IMD is expecting that the full June to September monsoon should be somewhere between 90 to 92% of long period average, right? So that's as far as the quantum of rainfall is concerned. Now, how the rainfall got spread, there's a lot of data on it. There's no point in talking about it. But what is the impact on the sowing season is crucially important, not only for food inflation, but for rural demand, right? So from that point of view, I'm going to take you through quickly. So first, to give you overall summary, right? Total Kharif acreage, because the monsoon fell in the right areas, is, remember, we're talking about a 90% only of long period average of monsoon, but Kharif acreage is only 1.82% less than last year. So that's a very good news as far as the monsoon is, the sowing is concerned. So we had about 968 lakh hectares sown versus 986 last year. So good news there. Which are the crops which did well? The crops which did well are sugarcane up 1.5%, and some extent jute. I don't have the exact number. That is the one. But otherwise, if you see, the rice and paddy is about 4.4% down. Pulses, tur dal and arar dal and all that are about 1.8% down. Oil seeds is up almost 3%, 2.93%. Core cereals like bajra, jawar, they are all about 2.7% down. Cotton is about 1.3% down. So like I said, overall, it's only been a 2% shortfall. So I think this augurs well then from a rural demand perspective. It's obviously positive for FMCG. It's positive for fertilizers and all that, because in the sowing, if it's going to be continuing to pick up, you will see a demand for fertilizers and agrochemicals and pesticides. And of course, it's good for the tractors and the demand for the two-wheelers and all, which are largely rural driven. So from that point of view, I think, just to summarize, the monsoon was not as bad as initially expected, but it's still not going to be a normal monsoon. Sowing has not got as badly affected as the monsoon has got actually come through, and so we're only seeing a 2% shortfall overall in terms of this, though some of the key elements like rice and dal are below. So some amount of food inflation should come pressure there. As you saw, I think the July inflation numbers were slightly ahead of June, and same thing will be probably true for August also, right? So thank you. I hope you like this update.